And welcome back, everyone, once again, far and wide, to the Diecast Racing Network, your home of the IDRL Championship Series, the Sportsman Cup. We've got Groups 4A and 4B for you. We'll just call it Group 4 in its totality. Let's meet Group 4A first. Up on the front row, starting in the number 19 car, it will be Wally Champ. And beside him, in the number 33 car, it will be Jimmy Tonto. In the back row, starting on the inside, it will be number 44, Triple B. That's a great car. Kind of reminds me of the General Lee. And also in the back row, it will be number 23, Road Rage in the El Camino. Group 4A is going to get the action started for us tonight. Tonight, we will have both groups run. The top three cars out of the groups will advance to Bay City Diecast for the next event. Wally Champ will start on the inside. Jimmy Tonto, he'll start on the outside. We're down and away for lap number 1. And it's going to be Wally Champ with the early lead through the divided 180. He's going to get into the open track with a lot of steam through round 3. And now we see Wally Champ on his own all the way to the finish line. And my goodness, Triple B almost made the comeback. Jimmy Tonto makes it down to the finish line, but he is way slow. And that's going to put him in third place. Road Rage didn't see him. Road Rage never made it to the open track, stalling out there in turn number 1 as we see Wally Champ came through the divided 180 through the chicanes and into the open track on his own, and he just had to keep it straight, and he did just that. Triple B was back there. Look at the gap right here. Triple B hit the nitrous. He almost makes it to the finish line ahead of Wally Champ, but he'll settle for second place, and there are your results after lap number 1. We'll run 4 laps here tonight. Again, the top 3 drivers out of both groups will advance. Just three moving on to Bay City. We're on to our second lap. Triple B will start on the inside. Wally Champ in that number 19, he'll start on the outside. He's had a lot of speed there in that first lap, continuing with the speed through the chicanes and into the open track. They're through turn number 3. He gets a little sideways. Wally Champ still in the lead. He hits the home stretch, and nobody behind Wally G. Triple B will come in second, and Jimmy Tonto once again in that old-fashioned muscle car there. He is going to finish third. He's going to need a little bit more speed. Road Rage is going to need a little more of everything as he at least makes it to turn number 2, but no further. That number 23, El Camino, is going to have to get himself checked out if he's going to want to continue with this race. Back to the replay. Wally Champ up front makes it through turn 3 very well, and as you see, a little shimmy there at the hump, but he makes it through the home stretch and on to the finish line for his second win in a row, giving him 10 points. It's a good little start there if you're trying to make it to Bay City. We're on to lap 3 now. Road Rage, he'll start on the inside. Triple B, he'll be on the outside of the front row, and he's going to get a push from Wally Champ. Wally Champ and Triple B through the divided 180s and into the chicanes, and problems once again for Road Rage, but back up front, it's going to be Triple B. It'll be Wally Champ rolling over Triple B all by himself, and anybody else, any takers? Nobody to the finish line. Triple B gets the triple DNF behind him, and Road Rage just holding up everybody. He holds up the 33 this time. He had a good lead. It looked like Wally Champ was going to go for it right here, but he gets himself a little bit turned around, a little bit sideways. He's back and forth, and he's up on the wall, and that's that. And there goes the third win in a row. This one will go to Triple B, and unlike those 2 wins in a row, Triple B is going to get 3 DNFs behind him, and that's going to shoot him right into the lead. And unfortunately for Road Rage, unless something miraculously happens between this race and the entire next group, we might be saying so long to Road Rage. Jimmy Tonto's going to have his hands full too. At least he'll be on the inside lane. Road Rage, he'll be on the outside lane. They're down and away for lap 4. One last time down Brick Mountain Speedway. Road Rage with all kinds of problems once again. Jimmy Tonto getting the early lead right now. He's got Wally Champ behind him. Problems again in the divided 180. And it will be Jimmy Tonto getting the advantage over Wally Champ. Can he keep him to the floor? He does. He wins. It's a 13.303. Not very fast, but it's a win nonetheless. Those problems for Road Rage continued for all 4 laps. He doesn't make it through turn 2. He holds up Triple B and giving him a DNF. That's going to impact his points for sure, as we see Jimmy Tonto making it through the chicanes and into the open track. He had a whole bumper full of Wally Champ, but he was able to hold off. He grabs himself a win, and after 4 races, we have only 3 scores. Wally Champ, he will be your leader. Triple B will be in second, and Jimmy Tonto in third. And as it stands right now, those are your 3 advancing. Moving on to the next group, it'll be Marcus Firegone in that number 78 car. He'll occupy the front row on the inside. He grabs the pole position. Alongside of him will be no stranger to the channel. It'll be Daddy G in that number 4 car. He has just posted a win at the NASCAR event, so he's going to be excited to get back on the track. In the back row, it's going to be Chief in that number 3 car. The number 3 car with that hood scoop looks like it's got a lot of power. Haters going to hate there, but hey, great looking number 3 car for sure. Joining him on the back row will be Motor Breath in that number 22 car. Looks like a Porsche 944, I do believe. But anyway, we will see. All 4 cars look great. They will have some contention to deal with. They'll have Wally Champ, Jimmy Tonto, and Triple B's scores to try to pass if they want to make it onto Bay City. They are ready. They are set. It is time to get Group 4B out of the way. And Marcus Firegone, again, he'll start on the inside in that Corvette. Daddy G and that Mustang, he'll be on the outside. They're down and away, and with the early advantage, it will be Daddy G with a lot of speed. Firegone back there. They are through the chicanes and into the open track, but nothing. It is all Daddy G with almost a full straightaway distance and gapped 11.620. Gaps everybody, and oh my goodness, Chief with a huge hit on Daddy G right there at the intersection at the finish line. We'll have to rework that for season 3. A lot of accidents right there. The 22 Porsche doesn't make it through the divided 180. That seems to be a problem right there for cars with low center of gravity. But no stranger to victory lane here. Daddy G making it through gate 2 by himself. Looking in the rear view, he doesn't see anybody, and he's down to the home stretch with his first win of the round, giving him 5 points. Firegone made it down in second, and Chief barrels into Daddy G for his 2 points. After race number 1, Daddy G holding the early lead. Remember, they are chasing Triple B, Jimmy Tonto, and Wally Champ for the top 3 spots to move on to Bay City. As we'll start our second lap, it will be Chief on the inside. Firegone, he'll be on the outside. Firegone's going to get a huge bump from Daddy G. Daddy G just pushing Marcus Firegone along. They are through the divided 180, through the chicanes, into turn 3. Daddy G trying to go for the pass. He cannot make the pass. He's in the home straightaway, and it will be Marcus Firegone winning with a 12.922. Daddy G right behind him. He gets shoved once again by Chief. A little bad blood right there. Another DNF, it looks like, for Motor Breath in that number 22 car. Once again, the low center of gravity just not getting through the divided 180. They'll have to rework that car. Marcus Firegone into the divided 180. All he could see behind him was that number 4 Mustang driven by Daddy G, who looked like he was going for the pass right there. Couldn't quite get it. They both get a little sideways. Daddy G tries to go for the pass once again, but he can't. Marcus Firegone hits the gas, and it's a perfectly executed turn. Daddy G gets a little bit of a shimmy in the back, and that just loses the momentum, and he'll take second place to go along with that early first lap win. And after 2 laps, Marcus Faragon, Daddy G, they're tied for the lead. They are closing in on Jimmy Tonto, who is on the bubble right now. Chief with the 3rd place finish. He'll have 4 points. And we are on to race number 3. The number 22 car, Motor Breath, he'll be on the inside. It will be Chief in that number 3 car. He'll be on the outside. They are down. They're away. Daddy G trying to push along Motor Breath as they get through the chicanes and into the open track. Motor Breath finally gets through turn 2, but he gets passed immediately by Daddy G. Daddy G not waiting around for anybody, and Daddy G with a 14.201, not the fastest lap that he's ever had, but it is good enough for another win. That will give him 13 points. And that's going to eliminate Jimmy Tonto. What happened to Motor Breath? Motor Breath finally gets into the open track, but he gets passed immediately by Daddy G, and he finishes with a DNF. We see Daddy G just moving him out of the way. That was a very slick, safe, and effective way to get around your opponent, and he does not look back. We'll see what happens to Motor Breath. He just gets it all wrong. Leaves it up on the sidewall. Marcus Faragon, gotta go. See ya. You can't park it right there, and he deposits him into the pit area. Meanwhile, back up front, Daddy G with the win, and again, 13 points now. That's going to give him 13. That's going to give Marcus Faragon 11. And it's going to eliminate Jimmy Tonto from Bay City. So we've got 4 cars. Out of the 4, just 3 can go. It's going to come down to the last lap. Daddy G on the front row. Motor Breath will be on the outside of the front row. Faragon, he'll be on the back row. On the inside, he'll have to do something special if he wants to get ahead of Daddy G, because Daddy G has checked out once again through the chicanes, now into the open track. Daddy G all alone gets sideways, slows down his momentum, but there is nobody back there. Daddy G will take 3 out of 4 races. And Faragon with a huge hit at the end there. Faragon makes down to the end, and Chief and Motor Breath, I don't see them. That's going to effectively eliminate both of them. They were already eliminated. There they are in the split 180, and Motor Breath just couldn't get around. Unless it was Daddy G behind him, he stalled out every time. Let's take a look. Daddy G gone. Faragon slow. He slows down. He's not going to have much there. You see Motor Breath and Chief just can't get through the divided 180. Meanwhile, up front, it's Daddy G through turn 3. Gets a shimmy right there. Otherwise, that might have been a 10-second time because he was lightning quick. He was on his way. And with that, 5 points. And Marcus Faragon's 3 points. They will be the winners in Group 4B, and they will join Wally Champ at Bay City. It will be Daddy G, Marcus Faragon, and Wally Champ. Moving on from here, Group 4 came, they saw, they kicked butt, they put on a great show. All groups in the IDRL Championship Series put on a fantastic event for us. We want to thank Marcus Faragon for hosting all of the events here and organizing this series. Once again, it will be Daddy G, Marcus Faragon, and Wally Champ moving on to Bay City. That wraps up our coverage here at Brick Mountain Speedway. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage of the IDRL Sportsman Cup. We are on to Wreckfest and Survivor Series. We will see you next week, folks.